Hello everyone and welcome back to the Aircraft Showcase. Today we're going to be doing looking at the next 6 aircraft in Zero's roster. Um, and our first one, we're going here, the round table.
Head Operations has issued an emergency order for a reconnaissance mission to be conducted near the border. You will be monitoring the airspace B-7R, currently under Belkin control. Strong opposition is expected by enemy squadrons, and the presence of a magnetic field has been detected, which may interfere with communications. In short, this will not be a walk in the park. The B-7R airspace is located above an area rich in subterranean resources.
Alright.
Where many conflicts have been...
So first up, I gotta pull up I forgot to pull up all my notes. Uh-oh. Give me a second. I mean, no one's here, so it doesn't really matter. Aircraft. Alright, so our first aircraft is Larry the Tiger Shark. No, actually the F-20A Tiger Shark. Larry is just a character made by an aircraft aficionado that I found on the Burb app. And he goes by Wiggle Wiggle Vigil. But Larry is his. It's seen him, the whole Larry will bring you gifts every Tuesday thing that it's now Larry in my head. Anyway, Larry here is known as the Tiger Shark. This aircraft is the successor to the F-5E. It is a single engine design, provides a 60% increase in thrust. It is a fighter. Some real strange notes. This was a project developed by Northrop in 1982 for the United States Air Force. It was a further evolution of the F-5 Tiger II. A total of 3 of them were built, and their first flight was August 30th, 1982. However, the project that the F-20 was being made under, the FX, well, the FX project was won by, well, the F-15. So then it went up against an aircraft that will be shown next in the list, the F-16, and partly due to the fighter mafia and partly due to the fact that the F-16 could handle a much wider variety of mission profiles. Excuse me. The DoD, well, I guess now we would call the DOW. Anyway, the then DoD went with the F-16 and killed the tiger shark. But Larry lives on in our memories. As for some drain drill stats, our speed here is a 73, which is very good, especially for a light fighter. We have a mobility of 43, so okay. Stability of 60, defense of 46, air-to-air of 60, and air-to-ground of 25. Our liveries here, we've got the standard ASG gray with the black nose, kind of like an anti-glare thing. We've got just a standard black body. We've got the War Dog livery here. Then we've got a white and blue stripe body, which is actually based off of Shin Kazuma's F-20 from the anime Area 88. And then our special is based off the original F5G prototype. But we're going to go ahead and go with the Knight. As for our weaponry, we've got 60 AIM-9M Sidewinder missiles as a standard missile. We've got twin 20mm Gatling guns in the nose. We've also got we get 10 AIM-7 Sparrows as our primary air-to-air weapon. We've got the GBU-31 JDAM for GPB. We got 8 of those. And lastly, we've got 12 AGM-65 Mavericks in the XAGM. And we're going to go with the Sparrow. All right. Launch.
Belkin Priority 1 Strategic Airspace B7R, aka the Round Table. It was the grand stage where we pilots performed. We were all on an equal footing, fighting under the same conditions. No affiliations or ranks to hinder us. Aces from every nation crisscrossed through those skies in pursuit of air superiority. The only rule of engagement was to survive.
All right, so
Team, this is Eagle Eye. Penetrate B7
of the F5 family, the ones that actually look like the F5, that'd be the F5, the F20, and the
Enemies on radar. Exercise caution.
X-29. I think I do like Larry the best. It's got the stats for a short-range dogfighter, but it also comes equipped with long-range air-to-air if you need it.
Team, engage. Radar lock. Let's see what
you little butt.
Approaching gun range. Locked on. Now's our chance. Don't let them get away. I missed. Reckless attacks aren't gonna cut it with these guys.
Oh, hello. That's an ace. Fox 1.
Bandit down. Locked on. Bandits in gun range. Concentrate. That's it. Now.
Yeah, I do like the feel of flying the Tiger Shark. It's fast and nimble, as any dogfighter should be. I know a lot of people prefer the MiG-21 for their nimble dogfighter, but no, the F-20 I think is the best light, nimble dogfighter.
Radar lock.
Well, Pixie, either take this shot or get out of the way.
One. Missile launched. Comm team, penetrate B-7R airspace. So those mountains in front of us make up the round table. I heard my share of stories about it. Warning, radar shows additional craft approaching area B-7R
I mean,
at high speed.
this looks a lot more like a fighter than the MiG-30 or the MiG-21 does. MiG-21 just looks like a tube with wings on it.
Round one to all craft. Time to hunt some wild dogs. Down them all.
Hi, Floof. Welcome to Stram.
Comm team, we cannot authorize a retreat. Intercept them.
Boss time.
Mercenary dogs.
Fox 1. Oh, I knew you were gonna do that. You son of a bitch. Hail hydrate. And stretch. What's worse is I had to take the cap off. But yeah, dance all you want, hamster. You knew what you did.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. Bandits in gun range. Robert hosts you as mercenary dogs. Fly so well. Launched. Activate guidance. I've been hit. There's a low-life mercenary.
If I'm such a low-life mercenary, then how come I shot you down? Yeah, I love the sparrows in this game.
All Belkin reinforcements confirmed down. Mission complete. Return to base.
Alright.
Incoming message from Allied Forces Operations Command.
The sparrows are actually better at being QAMs than the QAMs in this
We
game.
appreciate your work. Looks like we were just a couple of decoys.
Ugh. Excuse me.
Yo, buddy.
I think I drunk a little too fast. I think I might be getting the hiccups.
Well done. I'll make sure head operations hears about how you defeated an elite squad of enemy typhoons. Now go rest up.
Alright.
Over.
Next up on our list, having finished showing off Larry there, we're going to head to Diapason on the night route. And our aircraft is the F-16C Fighting Falcon. Also a fighter. Also known as the Fighting Falcon. Small and lightweight, this aircraft is a well-balanced fighting machine for air-to-air and air-to-ground combat. Now the reason why it says fighter is because it actually was designed as a fighter first. The Fighter Mafia saw to that. But the Air Force General that was signing off on the project took one look at this and was like, hey, you know what? I bet we could use this for wild weasels. AKA kill enemy radar emplacements and and surface-to-air missile emplacements. Because this thing is so unstable. And the Fighter Mafia was just like, but no, this is our precious dogfighter. Why are you strapping bombs onto this? Stop it. And the Air Force General was just like, dude, I've served in more wars than than years you've been on this planet. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, some real strange stats. The General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon was manufactured by General Dynamics from 1974 to 1983, or 1993, after which point General Dynamics was bought out by Lockheed, and from 1993 to the present, Lockheed has been manufacturing them. Their status is in service. They were first introduced in August 17th, 1978. Almost 50 years ago. And they've been around ever since. As of 2025, it is the world's most common fixed-wing aircraft in military service, with a whopping 2,084 F-16s operational or across all variants. Let's see here. The major operators. Oh my God. We've obviously got the United States Air Force. The United States Navy also uses the F-16 primarily as an aggressor. Then we've got, let's see here, Bahrain, Belgium, Bulgaria, Chile, Egypt, Greece, Indonesia, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Morocco, Oman, Pakistan, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Singapore, Slovakia, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, Ukraine, UAE, and Venezuela. Former operators include Denmark, Italy, the Netherlands, and Norway. So yeah, if you want a versatile, lightweight, relatively cheap to maintain aircraft that can equip a variety of munitions, and you actually want it good quality, you get the F-16. Now granted, that does kind of nominally align you to the West, but I mean the F-16 track record is pretty damn good. Anywho, strange real stats. The Falcon has a speed of 73, just like the Tiger Shark. A mobility of 44, so just a bit more. Stability of 46, which is a lot less than the Tiger Shark there. Defense of 46, air-to-air of 30, and an air-to-ground of 55. Now, that should actually be a little bit more evened out, but whatever. Our liveries here. We've got the standard USAF Hill Gray. It's basically iconic. We've got the Venezuelan F-16A camo for the Merc. We've got the USAF 414th CTS Blue Aggressor camo with the anti-glare strip. It's meant to emulate the MiG-29, which I see it. Then this one is supposed to be a resemblance of the USAF 64th Aggressor Squadron's quote-unquote earthy camo. The special is silver. And then we also have the Secret 6th Ranger livery PJ. But we're going to go ahead and go with the Soldier, because I like it. It looks bluish. We are armed with a 20mm Gatling gun right there, M61 Vulcan. We've got 60 AIM-9M Sidewinders. As for special weapons, we've got the 12 AIM-120 AMRAAMs for the XMAs. We've got 8 AGM-88 HARMs, which is a testament to the fact that one of the F-16's most successful roles is suppression of enemy air defense, or Wild Weasel. Because technically this is an anti-radiation missile, so it locks onto enemy radar stations. It detects enemy radar waves, and that is its and it has there like a moth to flame. And then finally we've got 14 Mark 84 bombs. Dumb bombs. We're going to go with these. And we'll get Pixie the AMRAAMs. All right, here we go.
Start the operation. Release 5 sectors under Belkin control.
Now, the F-16 is a decent mid-tier in this particular game. It's a lot more flexible than the Ace 5 variant, or Ace 4 variant for that matter, because this comes with AMRAAMs. However, compared to Ace 7s, this is a little bit better in anti-ground. And then if you compare it to Ace 6s, well, it just comes up short. But in fairness to Ace 6, the AMRAAMs are stupidly overpowered, and for some reason, Project Ace has decided to give the starter plane a literal war crime of a weapon, the RCL. Not to say that the Zero version doesn't have its own really good air-to-ground weapon. I'm carrying them right now. But I will take A6 RCL over the Mark 84s any day. Yeah, I know a lot of people think that the MiG-29 is a good answer to the F-15. No, in actuality, the closest American aircraft counterpart to the MiG-29 is the F-16. Both are used in very similar roles. Both are the major light to medium fighter export of their respective nation. Although I will say that if I was given the choice to fly one of them, I would fly the F-16 over the MiG-29. Excuse me.
The Belkin chopper is leaving the battlefront. Looks like they're running scared. Golem 1, Bucks 2. Sam destroyed. Golem 1, missile evaded. AA guns destroyed.
Also, as much as I love the F-20, I do have to admit that, yeah, in the competition between the F-20 and the F-16, the better plane did win that contract. The F-16 is much more versatile. I think it's even more maneuverable in real life than the F-20 due to the fact that it's inherently unstable. The center of gravity is not where it should be for a stable aircraft. It's actually closer to the tail, which constantly makes the aircraft want to do rolls, which is why a fly-by-wire system is required in order to correct the flight. But that inherent instability is what makes it such a good wild weasel, because it's really easy for an F-16 to dodge missiles. It's like one of the few aircraft in real life that dodging missiles is not only possible, but a flex. Wild Gans. Okay. Or Wild the Gans. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's German. Oh, I need to hold off on my missiles. I still have a boss fight, and I'm at 27. Alright, for ground targets, I'm gonna have to use the guns and bombs. God damn it! I'll take the hit. Alright, so I'm gonna have 9 missiles per boss here. So I only got 18 left.
This is Eagle Eye. It looks like all sectors have been liberated. The city has fallen to the Allied forces. Any soldiers left, open up an escape route. We lost. The Belgian army. We've been defeated. We got our city back! They've got a reason to fight. This battle's over.
So you found a reason to fight, buddy?
Warning! Warning! Enemy reinforcements approaching. What? Now? Two craft approaching at high speed. Let's take care of them. They are faster than anything we've come across. Commence intercept.
Damn it!
Missed.
They can launch missiles from their butts. That's bullshit. Alright. 8 more missiles. Now those typing in the comments, yes, I know it's... There's these things called R-73 Archers that and AIM-9Xs that can target you from, like, they have a 360 degree arc in terms of, like, if it was on a level plane. I know there's a sphere, but they can target you while you're on their 6. Let's put it that way.
1995.
But
Tokyo was finally liberated.
It's still kind of bullshit that
The tide of war was about to
Mission
change
6, boss, where you're still probably in your starter, can shoot backwards.
Belka's Ustio...
Alright, next aircraft. Didn't mean to hit that. So the next aircraft, we're going to Roundhammer.
The Ustio and Osean coalition forces are to launch a joint campaign. The collective strategic military force of the two armies will be referred to as the Allied Forces. The campaign will be called Offensive Campaign Number 4101.
Apparently, Twitch has a live replay thing if you're a sub. Hi Mia, welcome to stream.
You will be given a choice of missions in this joint operation. Offensive Campaign Number 4101.
You missed the first 2 aircraft, but we still got 4 left. And the one that's next on the list is the FA-18C Hornet, also known as the Legacy Hornet. Ah, that's cool. Or, well, it's not cool that you lost, but it's all right that you were playing. All right, we've got our first good multi-role. Yeah, I said it. Due to the limited number of planes an aircraft carrier can hold, the carrier-based Hornet was designed as a multi-role aircraft to handle both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. That's not why it was designed as a multi-role. It was designed as a multi-role because the Navy needed something to take the load off of its dedicated attackers and dedicated interceptors. It needed an in-between. Kind of a general purpose, so to speak. And thus the Hornet was born. But real strange stats. The McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet was manufactured by, obviously, McDonnell Douglas with partnership from Northrop from 1974 to 1997. And then when McDonnell Douglas was bought out by Boeing, they took over from 1997 to 2000. It is still in service with various Air Force or various operators. However, its primary operator, United States Navy, no longer uses it. The Marines still do, though. Yeah, it was the Hornet does have, or it is. You could say the Hornet is the final evolution of the F-5 Tiger. Because the original design, and you can see it best here in the nose. You got the gun, or the nose-mounted gun there. The leading edges right here are very reminiscent of the Tiger. Hell, even the wing structure and tail and engines are very reminiscent of the Northrop F-5. Anyway, operators for this aircraft, current operators, you've got the Royal Canadian Air Force, although they call it the CF-18. It's a slightly different variant. Finland uses it. So does Kuwait, Malaysia, Spain, Switzerland, and Uncle Sam's Misguided Children, the Marines. Former operators include Australia, the United States Navy, and that's it. Now you might be thinking, but Raz, that's all the Navy uses is Hornets. Technically, no. That's the Super Hornet. Different beast. Anyway, our strange reel stats. We've got a 68 in speed, a 44 in mobility, a 53 in stability, a 57 in defense, an air-to-air of 27, and an air-to-ground of 62. And actually, this stat spread is fairly accurate in terms of where they dump their points in. The Hornet can dogfight, but it is not designed to. It's more of a BVR sort of thing. Super Hornet, I think, is a little better at dogfighting than the Legacy Bug, but this thing was mainly used as an escort for the intruders, as well as take some of the burden, or the strike burden, off of the intruders. For our liveries, we've got the standard air superiority gray, because nothing can be pretty anymore. We've got Blue Angel style. It's not exactly Blue Angels because of this right here, the anti-glare thing. Otherwise, it's very reminiscent of the Blue Angels, and I love it. Then we've got pale gray and brown camos, similar to the Kuwaiti F-18s. Then we've got VFA 127 Desert with black nose. And then we've got Groon, which I really do like this one. And I would pick it if it had its Belkin markings. But since it doesn't, we're going with Blue Angels. And as you can see, the wings fold out. There we go. And we are armed with one M60 of 20mm Vulcan, or M61 20mm Vulcan cannon in the nose. We've also got 64 AIM-9M Sidewinders as our standard missile. We got 10 AGM-84 Harpoons. Where is the AGM-84? Is it the 86? Oh yeah, it's the 84, okay. 86 must be something else. Now I'm curious, what's the 86? Sorry, I'm going off on a rabbit hole. Please bear with me. The AGM-86 Alcom. Subsonic Air Launch Cruise Missile. Ew, they're for the B-52. Okay. Yeah, this is the Harpoon. America's premier anti-ship missile. We got 10 of those. We have 8 AIM-7 Sparrows for air-to-air. And we've got what appears to be the AGM-154 Joint Standoff Weapon for an SOD. We get 12 of those. I honestly don't know how well the SOD works on this. You know what? We're going to use the SOD. I normally don't. But these ships are weak enough I can use guns on them if I have to. So let's use the JSOW. Now, largely for two reasons, I used to hate the Hornet. Not because I didn't like the way it looked. I think the Hornet looks like a great aircraft. But back when I was a kid, thanks to Top Gun, I was all about the F-14. And I didn't, when I heard that the Tomcat was being retired, I didn't know it was because of both maintenance costs and we didn't want Iran to get parts anymore. I thought it was because they wanted the Hornet. It was like, oh no, the Hornet replaced my baby. So go screw yourself. And what further reinforced it was in A6, the Super Hornet they have, well, it kind of sucks because they give it the worst weaponry. They give it Sparrows, but only like 12. Well, I think it's actually 20, but in A6 mission, that's nothing. They give it like, I think 32 Mavericks, 20 JSOWs, and 20 charges of the jammer. So it runs out of steam very quickly. Although that kind of reflects real life in a sense. One of the biggest drawbacks of both the Legacy Hornet and the Super Hornet is their combat range. They don't carry a lot of fuel. So their range is extremely short compared to the Tomcat and the Intruder. It's still it's still not a range to sneeze at, but it could stand to be bigger. But how I actually started learning to like the Hornet was actually A7. Because A7 Hornet, the base one, the Super Hornet, Foxtrot version, it was armed with some very good special weapons. The Harpoon, the AIM-9X QAAM, granted not many of them, but still, I'll take what I can get. And the frickin' railgun.
The comm team is engaged with Belkin forces. Other planes go join them.
Now, the Zero Hornet, it's a great strike fighter. In fact, I actually prefer it to some of the attackers in this game.
Continue to engage the enemy fleet.
But I would not use this for air to air. It can do it. It's just better at Strike Fighter.
Radar lock.
Alright, so the SODs are pretty good in this game. Not quite up to A6 standards, but much better than Ace 4 and 5.
Missile off target.
I don't know, Belkins. I think I'm going to be able to leave this place alive relatively easily.
SOD launched.
Oh, that's nice. That's actually better than the Harpoon.
Locked on. Be careful not to hit one of our own fighters. Watch out. The enemy's tracking you on radar. Missile fire. Missile incoming. Prepare for impact.
More aircraft.
Approaching gunway. I've been hit. Sorry, I gotta disengage. I can't get away. Fox 2, Fox 2! Damn it. These guys are seasoned war veterans. Missile off target. Launched it.
God damn it.
Radar lock. Our squadron has taken some damage. Enemy ships are showing fierce resistance. No use. I can't get away. Dom 1, no special weapons fire remaining. Our main engine is down. Unable to advance. Dom 1 and 2, the enemy forces are almost eliminated. Keep at it. We've been hit port side. We're going down. Fox 2. No use. I can't get away. Missile hit. Locked on. Missile hit. Clear the missile. Locked on. Concentrate all firepower on the enemy fleet. Don't give them any time to regroup. The
Alrighty.
Belkin fleet and ground
3
forces
down,
have
3
been
more to go.
eliminated. Nice work, comm team. This should make your next operation a whole lot easier.
Excuse me.
This is Commander Weaker on the Kestrel. We appreciate the great air support.
Operation Round Hammer was a success. It goes without saying that your actions greatly contributed to the overall success of camp.
Alright. Next mission is going to be Lying in Deceit. In the Merc flavor. And if Floof is still here, he's going to like this aircraft. Because it's one of his favorites, if not favorite.
We have discovered remaining enemy troops gathered in the Yering Mine area in northwest.
The A-10A Thunderbolt II, better known as the Warthog. This ground attack fighter is equipped with tough armor to withstand enemy fire and a large Gatling gun. Gatling cannon. It's highly mobile at low speeds and is well equipped for its role in suppressing enemy ground forces. It's supposedly an attacker, however, a lot of people seem to think that that means it's a strike aircraft. No! It is not a strike aircraft. It's not fast enough for that. It is a close air support CAS aircraft. Because it is slow, it can loiter, it can carry a shit ton of things, and it's death upon anybody that threatens the ground troops. The main problem that the A-10 had was lack of good avionics in order to distinguish friendly infantry from enemy infantry. So, yeah, there was a lot of blue on blue. But in fairness to the A-10 drivers, the aircraft didn't really give them many options in terms of determining friend from foe from that high up. Anyway, real strange stats. This is manufactured by Fairchild Republic. It is, as of this stream, still technically in service. However, its retirement is in the works. It was manufactured from 1972 to 1984, and it was introduced in October 1977. Its first flight was May 10th, 1972. There are 716 built, and its sole operator is the United States Air Force. Now, Stranger Rail stats. We've got a speed of an almighty 39. We are going nowhere fast. We have a mobility of 34. We're also not turning. We have a stability of 65. A defense of 94. Good luck trying to kill us. An air-to-air of 17. And an air-to-ground of 74. Our liveries. We've got the black-green woodland camouflage with the shark. Well, they call it a shark face, but that's actually a warthog. Let's see, there's the snout. The tusk is right there. So, yeah. Then we've got the A-10 mask. Oh yeah, air superiority gray. Then we got the kind of desert camouflage here. Got an Arctic camo. And my personal favorite, Distant Thunder. Excuse me. I'm gonna need more caffeine. Our armament, we've got the GAU-8 Avenger 30mm Gatling cannon firing depleted uranium shells as our main gun. We have 64 AIM-9M Sidewinders. And our special weapons, we've got 18 AGM-65 Mavericks, 16 volleys of the LAU-68 70mm rocket pod, and the BLU-95 damn, sorry, I'm really tired. The BLU-95 thermal barrack fuel air explosive bomb. We get 10 of these. And that's exactly what we're taking. Luckily, I only got 2 aircraft after this. Yeah, I'm trying to cut back on the carbonated sugar water. That also means I'm trying to find other forms of caffeine. And combine that with my retail schedule starting to crash a little bit sooner. So bear with me. Now, normally, I'd go after this right here, but I'm just going to go straight this way.
And by the way, PJ stands for Patrick James. And I like to play polo. You know, the game with the horses. Maybe we should get going now.
You think?
A return line is located on the west side of the operation airspace. Pass over this line whenever you need repairs or supplies.
Yeah, while the Air Force does want to retire the A-10, and I think it's finally going to get their wish, there is one branch of the U.S. military that would rather it stay. In fact, they kind of want to have it. And that'd be the Army. But the Air Force is notorious for not letting the Army play with their toys. It's like it's proprietary technology or something. So, yeah. Although I think really the only thing you would need to upgrade the A-10 to make it much more viable on the modern battlefield is maybe give it more flares, but give it a better target acquisition system so it can more accurately target friend and foe. Also, as amazingly American the gun is, the Avenger, it probably could be downsized just to save cost. Because a 20mm depleted uranium shell will pierce Soviet armor just as easily as a 30mm depleted uranium. And a 20mm will not stall the engine out. Now, before you crucify me, I do love the fact that the A-10 has a 30mm. But in order to save the A-10, if we have to shrink the gun, it's not going to be the end of the world.
I should be able to do that too. Gom 1, missile launched. Missile launched.
Screw your flak.
It shouldn't be that tough if there's only 2 of them. Box 2. There's nothing to worry about. Drop the partitions.
Yeah, well, guess what? I didn't ask how big the airport was. I said I cast Fireball. Okay. So, that line always bugged me. Because it's the transport crew of the transport aircraft that I just shot down. And they're saying, our deaths will ensure the victory of this operation. How? You died with all your cargo. That's not going to guarantee shit. Other than, your destination will not get your cargo. That's what your death will guarantee. I'm not saying that there aren't such things as meaningful deaths. A father or mother sacrificing their life to save their child, that is a meaningful death, in my opinion. But yeah, these guys are definitely not it. As General Patton once said in his completely factual biopic, Patton, totally not embellished for story reasons. As he once said, wars weren't won by dying for your country. They were won by making the other dumb, poor bastard die for his country. Although technically, Cypher here isn't really representing any country. I mean, he's being paid by Ustio. Oh, okay. You actually said that? Awesome. And the guys that were engaging in combat, these aren't technically Belkans anymore. They're World with No Boundaries. So, is anyone really dying for any country in this case? Yeah. I like Patton. I understand that he was a political nightmare and frequently gave Eisenhower migraines. But you can't deny the fact that Patton was very good at his job. Hell, that's probably the only reason why Eisenhower kept giving him a job, because he got results. I mean,
Column 2, engaging.
Bradley, I think, was an unsung hero of the European front. You don't really hear much about Bradley, but yeah, he was a very effective general. He also did not give Eisenhower
The enemy threat level
the
has
migraines that
even
Patton
more.
did.
So, Velka still has an organized platoon. Release FAE bomb.
Oh, you finally damaged me.
Are you sure there's only 2? Confirm. Column 1, missile launched. Missile launched.
Yeah, I think my favorite
Locked on.
World War II era American flag officer was actually Nimitz. Nimitz was the Eisenhower of the Pacific, but
Column 1, missile launched. AA good.
under his watch, the Allied effort went from on the brink of death to curb stomping the Japanese at every battle in like a year.
Column 1, missile launched.
And while I know on the Western Front in Europe, I mean,
All attack targets have
Allied,
been
right?
destroyed. Column team, not bad for a couple of rookies.
While the Allies did have to pull out of Western Europe entirely, Britain was never under serious threat of invasion, thanks to the Royal Navy. And between Montgomery and the desert rats of North Africa, the Suez Canal was open. So things were not great early on in the Western Front, but they weren't as dire as they were on the Pacific. Integrity, shame on your house and your cows. Floof was,
The mission to clear out remaining
He-
Belgian
he was
resistance
here,
was a success.
but I
As the
think he was
intended
lurking for
purpose
a while.
Using the giant hangar described in the report, rest assured that intelligence is looking into the matter.
But yeah, and for the better part, or for like 6 months, the only big weapon in Nimitz's arsenal that he could effectively fight the Japanese with and support his campaigns was one ship, Enterprise. The real life version of an anime protagonist. So Eisenhower was a very effective flag officer, one of our best. But I think Nimitz did better because he had to do the same amount of stuff, but with less for longer. But anywho, the next one. Oh, this one. Okay. Sorry, I'm pulling up notes. And by that, I mean I'm totally not typing in the wiki pages for the next one. All right. Yeah, this is technically okay. I mean, yeah, he did. Ike did defeat the Germans, and Nimitz defeated the Japanese,
Although fleeing, the Belkan
who
army
arguably
continues to fight
could
back,
be
and
considered
using
more
the
evil,
Baldrike Mountains as a final
given
line
all
of
the
defense
shit that they
in an
did.
attempt to prevent our army from reaching northern Belka. For this mission, we would like you to
But
assist the Allied ground troops by clearing the
don't get me
skies of
wrong,
enemy fighters.
both Ike and
South
Nimitz
Belkan munitions
are
factory is
amazing
located
flag
in Sumy,
officers.
which means the remaining troops,
I
both
just
few in
prefer
number, are well
Nimitz.
outfitted. Head to the
That
coordinated
also may have
Operation
something to do with the
Chronicle
fact that I
203.
have a very much Navy bias. Anyway. Let's see here. Next aircraft is the MiG-31 Foxhound. I mean, it's a brick. It's called a fighter, though it's actually an interceptor, because this thing can't turn worth shit. This aircraft is developed to intercept enemy aircraft at high speeds. Codenamed the Foxhound, its wing structure has been reinforced in order to withstand supersonic speeds at low altitudes. It is best suited for high-speed one-pass attacks. Then, real strange stuff. This was made by McCoy and Gadovich, later just McCoyan. And it was developed from the MiG-25 Foxbat. Basically, I think what they did was they improved the avionics, made it bigger, made it able to carry more than 2 missiles, gave it bigger fuel tanks and bigger engines. But other than that, it's basically a Foxbat. It's manufactured from 1975 to 1994. It was introduced on May 6, 1981. Its first flight was September 16, 1975, 50 years ago. And it was retired from, well, it's currently in service with the Russian Air Force because they can't really afford to get rid of it. But the last non-Russian MiG-21 was retired in 2023 from the Kazakhs. Its operators was the Soviet Union, and then later the Russians. It was its other operator. It was Kazakhstan, but they retired it. reportedly, the United States bought the Kazakh Fox bricks in April 2024. But we have no official documentation. Kazakh officials claim that only local companies were allowed to bid. But technically, Lockheed Martin and Boeing are companies. Sure, it can turn the size of Texas. The Fox brick wish it could turn, or its turn radius is the size of Texas. It's more like the size of Alaska. But yeah, I think there's only 519 ever built. I don't know how many are in service today. But it is basically an interceptor, although the Russians are using it for a lot more because they really don't have a choice. Am I throwing shade at the Russian Air Force? Yeah, I am. But anyway, Strange Real Stats, where they don't suffer the debuff. We have a speed of 97, which might actually be top 3 fastest aircraft in the game, if not the fastest. I think the Wyvern or the Falcon might be faster. We have a mobility of 53. That's a lie. It should be in the 20s. Stability of 49, defense of 85. That's also bullshit. Sure, it's reinforced with steel. But that's more or less the wing roots. So the wings don't fall off. The actual body itself cannot take much damage or else it will explode. So, yeah. They got that wrong. Its air-to-air, however, is relatively accurate, long range at least, at 77, and an air-to-ground of 30. Liveries, we've got the factory Fox Brick Gray. I don't know how I came up with the term Fox Brick, but I'm calling it that. That's its canon name now. We got Forest Camouflage. The blue, white, gray livery based on the aircraft serial 374. This is also seen in A7 as the named Ace Comet. We got blue-gray camo. Last seen, I think, in Ace 5 with, I forget if it was the MiG-31 or the MiG-31M. And then finally, Schwartz, which is the best Fox Brick livery I've ever seen. We are armed with, I want to say, a 20mm or 25mm cannon. Maybe it's a 30mm. I don't know. Nope, it is a 23mm Garaz Shipunov GSH 6-23M rotary cannon, which is right here. an odd place to put it, but whatever. We are also armed with 70 R-60 aphid standard missiles. Our weapons include 12 R-37 Axe-Head long-range missiles. These were the Soviets' answer to the AIM-54 Phoenix. I think just for shits and giggles, Project Aces gave it the R-77 Archer. We get 10 of these. Yeah, the thing that cannot turn has a missile that does nothing but turn. Unfortunately, these are a 5-level QAMs, meaning they are shit. And then we've got 12 FAB 500 kilogram bombs. So we're going with the axe heads. And since it's this mission, you're getting the bombs too.
How many girlfriends have you had, huh? Is she your first? I had a girlfriend in high school. Team, do you read me? Head for Goldring to take out any remnant forces the Belkans could have positioned out there. Golf 2, what's the problem? You're behind. Don't worry, I'll catch up. This is PJ from Crow Team. Golf 2, is there a problem with your craft?
Oh my god, I am leaving him so far in the dust.
Emergency transmission from Allied HQ.
Alright. We're almost at 1,300 knots. Jesus.
Enemy bombers are approaching this airspace. Golf Team, Crow Team, head to intercept. Crow 1, roger. Crow 2, moving to engage enemy.
So we can get up to 1,300.
I'll stop them. This war would end if they blew everything up. Prepare to engage enemy.
Yeah, but if you blew everything up, that would also blow up the civilians you're trying not to kill. Way to go, dumbass.
Enemy fighters with nukes. This is Eagle Eye to GOM 1. Only take out the bombers. Don't let any slip through.
Eh.
Welcome.
There you go. Ah! Fucking hell. So yeah, as you can see, the Fox Brick absolutely blows when it comes to dogfighting. Hey Nugget, how's it going? I'm just, trying to dogfight in an aircraft that turns with a radius the size of Alaska. As you do.
Change course immediately. Return to base or you'll get shot down. The enemies attacking each other? Eliminate anyone who intends to interfere. And no longer our allies still hesitate to shoot them down. Don't worry about that now. Just concentrate on shooting down those bombers. This is perfect. Let's use it against them. Take them out while they're still confused.
Hello Ross, welcome to stream. We're showing off the Fox Brick.
To all units in this airspace, stop the nuclear attack. Shoot down all Belkan bombers.
Sorry. Everyone having internet trouble? Jesus. Come on. Son of a bitch! And this is why you don't take an interceptor into a dogfight. Yeah, no, this is not a dogfighter. Hey! I shot you. Alright, I need to stop playing with my meal. Gotta kill the bombers. We're getting too close to the for lack of a better term, the line of scrimmage. My vodka color. It's worse money for a dog fight. Victor on hold my vodka. Well, I mean, the Phantom doesn't have the Russian debuff. The Phantom can actually turn. Yeah. Well, what I meant by I was focusing on the fighter escorts and not killing the bombers. Well, that's largely because both family Pantherade and Felinade are basically the same build, just one is bigger and has the ability to roar, and the other one is smaller. And is more agile than strength. Like, Felinade is the Dex-based family, where Pantherade is the strength-based. But they have both have the same general playstyle. Only one can. But technically, it's not a member of Panthera. It's a feline. And that would be the cheetah. Cheetahs can purr and meow just like smaller house cats because they are of the same family. However, they also lack the ability to roar. That's strictly the panther family. God damn it! That's true. Cheetahs do not have retractable claws. That is an adaptation because they're runners. And accidentally retracting their claws mid-run would basically prevent them from getting the friction and grip that they so desperately need to maintain balance and traction. So their claws are not actual weapons. I mean, they can be used as weapons, but they are primarily brakes and their locomotion tools. Excuse me.
This is where we go our separate ways.
All right, we've got one more aircraft left.
We were unable to confirm if the enemy
probably
squadron
good,
engaged
'cause-
was equipped with nuclear weapons. We don't know.
I'm starting to run out of steam. So finally, see a video of a nearly full-grown lion stuck up a very tall tree. Oh God, that would not be good for the lion. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, hydrate. Thank you, Nugget. All right, so our last aircraft for today, we're going to Gelnikos. Or Gelnikos. And this is another major export aircraft, or at least family. And it's primarily used by people that, or countries that don't really want to align themselves with the Soviets. And are okay with aligning themselves with NATO, but don't necessarily want to align themselves with America. Fair enough. You still have to deal with the French, though. And that is the Mirage 2000D. It is an attacker, appropriately named Mirage. This aircraft was developed for low-altitude intrusion. Digital control of its large delta wings gives this fighter superb acceleration and immediate response during maneuvers. So in actuality, this is a strike craft, not an attacker. But roles blur, whatever. Yeah. Thank you, Nugget. Yeah, the Mirage 2000D is a multi-role combat aircraft specializing in strike capabilities. It was manufactured by Dassault Aviation. It is active. 86 Mirage 2000 Deltas were built. Its first flight was February 3rd, 1986. It was developed from the Mirage 2000 fighter, and technically the Delta version was actually developed from, or it's a variant of the earlier 2000 N. The N, which was retired in 2018, and there are 75 of those built, was the nuclear version. This one is conventional. Its operators, there's only one. At least for the attacker variant. The Armée de la Air et de l'Espace. And if my horrible French pronunciation was not good, well, pretend I'm the French knight from Monty Python. There you go. That was a nice display. I mean, I guess. I've never been a fan of the Mirage's shape. Just, I don't know. I think it's the lack of a tail. And I know I say that, and yet I love the Rafale. I don't know. The Rafale just... It doesn't seem like a tube with wings. I'm not a very big fan of the tube with wings bolted on aesthetic. And yeah, I know there's some blended body here, but you know what I mean. Damn allergies. Anyway, for real strange stats, we have a speed of 86, mobility of 60, stability of 48, defense of 63, air-to-air of 36, and air-to-ground of 60. We, our liveries here, we've got the... Oh, shit. We've got the standard green, gray Mirage in 2000D camouflage. Then for the Merc, we've got the Knight. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold on. I'm gonna have to. Okay, hold on. The wiki has the word Knight and Merc flipped. I'm gonna let them know, or let the wiki people know. Oh, shit. Okay, I alerted the wiki, so hopefully they'll get into that. But the mercenary has the desert light brown camouflage. Soldier has the basic gray splinter. I call it Sky Kid thanks to A6. The mercenary has the two-tone gray camo. And the special is the Mirage 2000-01 prototype livery. Then for our armament, we are armed with twin 20mm cannons down under the chin. We are armed with 64 R.550 Magic standard missiles. Our special weapons, we've got 14 SOMP EU2 unguided bombs. We've got 10 BGL 1000, I think 1,000-pound bombs. And then we've also got the AS-30. We got 14 of them for the XAGM. We're gonna, it says spread bomb here. I'm going to test that. So we're gonna take the BGL 1000s. Yeah. Did we pick that one? Yeah, we did. Okay. All right. I'm going to need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, you're right. My mic wasn't on. Thank you, Nugget. Here I was giving the game shit for calling these bombs here guided or spread bombs, but you missed that rant. Also, I was acknowledging Ross saying that it's a good thing that the jamming here wasn't particle jamming, because otherwise the radar would be completely out. And I was like, yeah, I think that's what happened in Ace X. Nope. I had to use the little pilot's room, turned off my mic so you wouldn't hear any of that. And then I forgot to turn my mic back on because I'm a professional streamer. I've only done this for 5-6 years. We're pounding Belka, huh? Oh my. Pro gamer. Yep. I am a pro gamer.
Forces eliminated. Nice work, comm team. This should make your next operation a whole lot easier. Mission success confirmed. Allied fleet, begin your advance. This is Commander Weaver on the Kestrel. We appreciate the great air support.
Alright. Well, that's gonna be the end of the showcase for today. Because we're doing 6 per stream, and that was number 6. But tomorrow we're going to be fighting the Archdemon in Dragon Age Origins. We're also going to be doing more stuff in Arkham Knight. I forget what we were doing. Then Saturday in Cyberpunk 2077, we're going to be, I hope, finishing up Phantom Liberty's main story, or at least Firestarter. Then Sunday, we're throwing a party in Mass Effect 3. It's the party part of the Citadel DLC, the penultimate episode of the Insanity of Victor Shepard. Monday, we're only going to have one stream from here on out. And we're going to be going back to Spira, the World Tour, and Final Fantasy X-2. You might be wondering why no second stream on Monday evenings. Well, I joined a Borderlands 4 co-op campaign, and the only time we can do it is Monday nights. So Monday or Wednesday night will alternate between the co-op stream with Floof and the PS2 Ace Combat unlocking streams. Then next Wednesday, be more Horizon Zero Dawn, and we're gonna finish up the Ace 4 hard mode campaign. And then next week in the showcase, we're going to be looking at the next 6 aircraft to get to the halfway point. And those aircraft are going to be the EA-6B Prowler, the Su-27 Flanker, the F-15C Eagle, the X-29A, well, there's no real name for it, the F-14D Super Tomcat, and finally, the JS-39C Gripen. But that will be the end of the stream today. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys had fun. And I will see you guys tomorrow with Dragon Age Origins as we fight the Archdemon. Take care and have a good night,